Hey guys, Such a Warmonger here, and you're watching 3 versus 3 Kingdom of Heaven. This is an attackers versus defenders scenario, and we've got a special one for you. We've got every single player that played in this game in the chat. So all at once, say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Yeah,
Hello, hello.
we also actually have a few players that weren't in the game in this as well. Anyway, here's the scenario. This is Jerusalem, and the attackers decided to spawn on the top right. And they are playing as the... What is this? The Byzantines, actually. The Eastern Romans, right? Okay, and on the defender side, we've got Dominik in gray playing as the Sicilians. We've got myself, Such a Warmonger, in orange playing as the Britons, or the English. And Tactical Doll TMP in red playing as the Italians. Attacking, we've got LDP in blue playing as the Romans. Beefcake in cyan playing as the Byzantines, even though you see Britons, that's actually Byzantines. And in green, we've got a new player, Barry, in green playing as the Byzantines as well. Okay, attackers, what do you think your plan was? If one of you could tell me. Maybe Beefcake.
Wait, what?
Did you have a plan? Apparently there was no plan. They just spawned and started
Oh,
building.
no, there was a plan. There was a plan.
What
So
was
the plan, right, was to use my general. Actually, use my general because the general works like the legionaries and the legionaries from the Romans and the centurions, and to actually use them. But the thing is, my general died twice, so yeah, it wasn't as effective as I hoped.
Okay, so from the point of view of the defenders, we did notice that the LDP expanded towards the northern sector and was isolated. So you can see Tactical Doll TMP. What were you thinking at this point?
He's silent.
No comment. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do the commentary myself then. We did notice that the LDP was building up over here, and there was a scout. And I knew a scout was coming, and so there's this little engagement over here where I wait for him, try to gain the high ground, and start fighting right here. So you can see the high ground advantage still matters, and I'm able to take out the LDP's scout early on. Dominik, can you tell us what the defenders were thinking?
Yeah, we were thinking to just get our infantry to Damascus Gate, which is in the north, and try to attack the LDP camp, because he just started to set up. So he shouldn't have like much men just defending it.
Now this is LDP's philosophy is even though gates have more surface area and are easier to take down, it is cheaper to make one gate compared to making 4 palisade walls. Which is why his important buildings are surrounded by these palisade gates instead of walls. I'm not sure if he knows we're coming, actually. Yeah, he's not aware that we're coming, and Beefcake, it looks like he's going for a little battering ram rush. Except no units inside these ramps. Right. Barry, you are the new player. Do you have any comments at this point?
He left this.
Oh, Barry's gone. Okay. Well, it is interesting that Barry, as the new player, is able to make a fairly decent setup for his important buildings. Although there is a battle.
I told him to make one.
Okay. This is very smart from Beefcake that he's keeping the separate the supply depot separate. But here comes the attack against LDP. He's all isolated. Thankfully for him, he does have some Varangos elite infantry defending. And here comes Dominik's men. I think the general intention was to just take out at least the supply depot. And some of these front-ranking barracks. Because if you let the attackers have the tempo, then they will have freedom of movement and do whatever they want, and that's not what we want as a defender. By the way, during these battles, the attackers can lose twice as many men as the defenders in terms of morale, and that's why it's important to keep your morale up. At the same time, there is an attack coming from Barry, and his oh, what happened here? His supply depot is not up. That kind of shows his how new he is as a player. So it looks like Beefcake. What happened? Your men aren't fighting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they were not fighting for a second. Well, now
Oh,
they
yes,
are.
because like there's a weird glitch in Age of Empires where like a lot of the times your units will go on like no attack stance for no reason.
Oh my god, that's weird.
Yeah, that was the reason. Like for some reason, some units are just more like no attack stance, or they just like become no attack stance. I hope they
Alright.
fix that glitch. It's really
Tactical
annoying.
Doll was able to take down the supply depot, and that significantly reduces the attacker morale by 10. And on top of that, LDP is starting to lose food slowly over time. Now to demonstrate this kind of stuff, I'm gonna switch to in-game. Stand by. I'm gonna share my screen, guys, okay?
Okay.
There it is. Alright. So this is what it looks like in the game. You've got the attacker's morale. It went down, and you can see LDP's food is... I guess his allies are giving him food. Did you guys... Beefcake, did you give LDP food?
No.
How did he get... Big group... Whoa, how is he getting food?
Maybe it's bug. Maybe it's bug.
What the...
I don't know.
I wish LDP, if you're in the chat, can you tell me how you got an extra 200 food? Did you ask Barry? Anyway, meantime, Blue is losing food slowly over time. And you can see that his food is getting close to starvation point. Oh, you know how he did it? He probably cancelled some units. And now, LDP is at 0 food, and so that's actually bringing the attacker morale lower slowly. Unfortunately, the morale damage that we inflicted has been reversed because the defenders are losing too many units. So that's too bad. If you look at the morale here, the attackers can lose twice as many, and the defenders are losing a little too many units. Because there is an engagement over here. We're trying to defend the gate of Jehoshaphat. It is nighttime. So if we look at the point of view of Tactical Doll PMP, this is all he can see. He cannot see his allies. And he's trying his best to repair the gate of Jehoshaphat. He did lose a lot of expensive units here on the outside of the walls. I'm trying my best to help. So you can see I'm trying to send my own knights here. Unfortunately, they run into a whole bunch of enemy cavalry, and I decide to pull back, but it's more important to keep your units alive in this game. And this attack has been foiled. But it did slow LDP down by a lot, and he's still starving, which means his morale is still going down. He's trying to send his supply wagon back to the exact same spot, though. His general almost goes down.
Yeah, he controlled his general like really well. You just saw it was close, and I could do nothing. My infantry.
These gates almost went down. Wow, this is a close... Wow, he really killed everything here. Anyway, if we go back to the gate of Jehoshaphat, I come out with more men. And this time I'm able to kill a lot of these, the enemy's units. Because these lancers, if they're not charging, they are a little weaker. Although they are actually killing a lot of infantry, and I have to pull back. What is all that pinging about? Dominik, do you remember? Oh, you're pinging my men. Okay.
Yeah, it was your man. Or TNP, man.
I get the men back. Reinforcements have arrived, and now Dominik is killing a bunch of cavalry here. Unfortunately, the defenders are still at 81% after all that. So that makes me think about the our sally out. Maybe we should have sallied out against these guys. I don't know. But then LDP would have been free to do anything. It's hard to say. But now the Gate of Joshpat is in danger again. You can see from the point of view of TMP, the gate is dangerously close to going down. And there's no one to repair it. And I don't really want to let the enemy in. Should I have tried to kill these battering rams? I felt like there was too much going on. Dominik, what do you think?
I think maybe the gate would have survived.
I don't
It's a
know.
spoiler,
There's a lot of stuff over
which you
here.
can... Yeah, but I'm not like sure.
I don't know how Cyan lost
just-
general.
Cyan?
Yeah, Beefcake lost his general. Beefcake, are you here?
I think it was like while fighting. Just in battle.
Oh, Beefcake is gone also. So now we've got LDP, TMP, and myself. But the enemy has pushed through. Gate of Jehoshaphat, they're pushing in. This is dangerous because if they get 15 infantry, because only infantry can capture these points. These points near the walls. There it is. Then they captured the Gate of Jehoshaphat. Now we've got the point of view of Dominik. Trying his best. Can't really see anything. What were you thinking at this point?
Yeah, I was just thinking to hold with plays. Perhaps to recapture, but mainly to hold.
Meanwhile,
And
you've got LDP
yeah,
over
kinda
here
working.
waiting with his attacks. We cannot see this is happening. Dominik is completely focused on trying to defend around the Church of St. Anne. While this is still over here. But he does have a lot of elite Norman knights.
Yeah,
These guys can kill a lot.
enemies had like Barango,
But
so
here
it
comes
actually worked really well.
LDP. When did you notice this was happening?
It was too late. It was just too late. The gate was like almost down.
Uh,
Just our men got
On
killed.
top of that,
by archers.
LDP has archers, making sure that these pikemen can't really do much. He's really doing a number. Not sure if he's using attack ground. I don't think he is, actually. Yeah, he's using attack ground. It's interesting. So, just for the viewers, nighttime starts at 9 p.m. You can see the time of day over here. And it ends at 5 a.m. And at nighttime, you cannot see your allies. So it's very important to communicate. And vision is significantly reduced from the units. And only certain units can see well at night. The general is one of them. Now LDP is able to take down the Damascus Gate. Or the Gate of Damascus. And he's got Varangos in here, which are the most powerful infantry in the game, along with these Norman Knights. Equally powerful. These are only slightly worse, these Foot Knights, although it looks like the defenders are going to be able to recapture this. Is that what's going to happen, Dominik?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no,
was
there's
my
only
plan, but
14.
I didn't have enough. I actually checked myself, and I had only 14. That's one man too short.
Yeah, because you need 15 infantry to capture these wall points. And now there's nothing protecting these archers, and these are Welsh bowmen. They do have armor piercing. Well, not armor piercing. They tear armor away from their targets. But they're just getting massacred. Very counterintuitive. Makes me think if there's something I can do about that.
We do retake here for a while, but not for long.
So TMP is having an archer battle against Beefcake. Welcome back, TMP. The defenders are already pretty much at half. And LDP is going for the Tancred's Tower. Same rules, needs 15 infantry to capture it. You got a few of my men trying to plug the gaps. At least we catch these battering rams off guard. So this is what Dominik sees. He's about to lose vision over this. But now it's 5 a.m. And 5 a.m. comes and we can finally see what our allies see, and vision is restored to its normal form. And I do have a merchant spy over here looking for a target. Because as the Britons, you can go to your market, which is over here, and train a Hashashin, which can transform into it's basically a merchant that can't be targeted by range units, and it can transform into a Hashashin, which has a 3-second amount burst of attack, which is a lethal strike, which can do a lot of damage. So you have to be careful and notice if they're moving around. We got a big battle here, trying to retake the gate of Damascus. We do have some elite infantry. Unfortunately, there's just too much from LDP over here. The battle over here is still raging. They do take the gate of Jehoshaphat back. TMP pretty much lost all his men, right?
Yeah. It's a bloodshed.
And here it is. You can see that for a few seconds, he had a lethal strike of 40 damage. But now he's back to 7. So this is a 7 attack, but he does have a 1.5 attack speed. And I did not notice that he stopped attack, that he was vulnerable at that moment. And I do take this bulge back out, and I attack. This is called the bulge up north. But my Hashashin Kadai is going to die, but almost take the supply depot down. If I fought back against his cursor, I probably would have taken it down, actually. But now Beefcake is walking around the outer defenses and trying to take them one by one. I do take this back because I'm afraid of... Here's where Dominik told me it's not worth it. I think you're right?
Yeah, you would just got killed by like archers.
But then I run into these guys, and then Beefcake runs away.
Not good either.
This battle has been raging for a long time now. I think
Just
the
waves.
knights, yeah, I think the knights really help with keeping our morale up, because they kill more men than they lose. And here I am trying to kill Beefcake's men. These knights do really short work, and so do these sergeants. Are very good against these weak units. Although Beefcake is trying his best to use his archers to kill his own men as well as my men. And now I'm getting sandwiched. And a lot of my elite units just die at this point, which is very sad. But the balance of power is still good. And TMP is bringing back his Favis crossbowmen, because these guys have very, very good pierce armor. And they can block, I think it's 20 ranged attacks. This is a very scary group of knights, by the way. In shield wall, these guys are good. Did you ever use it against ranged units?
Yeah, I had it on during that whole
Now my
battle.
rally points were really bad at this point. I'm just feeding the enemy free units, which was annoying. You can see LDP is making really good use of the spear wall, which is very strong, because at spear wall you gain 1 range, but your attack speed gets lower. But that 1 range makes a big difference. Also, they get additional damage against cavalry. They just slaughter everything. What were you thinking at this point, Dominic? I think this is where we started panicking and thinking we might lose.
Yes, that's actually true. I thought that we're gonna lose like second game in a row as defenders. Yeah, but
It's
we'll see what happens.
yeah, playing this game, it feels very difficult to play as an attacker and as a defender. Both sides feel very difficult. Thankfully, Dominic is taking out a lot of spearmen. These guys are very vulnerable to range attacks. They can block one range attack, but they still take a lot of damage. And now some people are being led into the Temple Mount with this open gate. TMP, do you have a plan at this point?
I'm panicking. You can see I'm panicking.
You can see TMP has very elite knights killing a lot of men.
And they died.
Unfortunately, they're surrounded. And I've got my merchant just watching the carnage. Just
Why
passing.
is he there?
He's just passing. Don't kill me, he
There's
says.
archers.
These knights do kill a lot of men, though, before they die. You can see it's so hard to kill them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's not dying. Look at that!
Oh.
Oh my
Wow.
god! He's so
Yeah, we
strong.
could have used monks. We could have used monks
Oh,
and
we
just
didn't
healed.
make monks. This guy's alive!
Yeah.
Wow! This whole time. Basically, you use your gold units because they're that strong. And it really helps with your morale, keeping your morale up. But here comes my merchant. He's ready to assassinate once again because only the Britons, only the English have that power. But LDP is going for Tancred's Tower. Did you know this was happening?
Probably no.
No, you didn't, because they didn't go into spear wall mode, so they got slaughtered very quickly. And then Tancred's Tower is gonna go down. But now, here's me looking for a juicy target. I kind of want to finish the supply depot off. Let's see if it happens. There it is. And not only that, like I can actually... You have TMP helping with it. And then I switch back to a merchant. I even had some supporting knights to keep as a distraction. Although they get stuck and now they have to fight for their lives. Unfortunately, some of these are in high ground. Which is very bad for these knights because they're surrounded and then they're in high ground. And here comes LDP. He captured Tancred's Tower. He captured the postern of St. Ladre, and now he's thinking it's time to capture the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This is one of 4 very important points for the defenders. If the defenders lose this point, they will instantly lose 15% morale, and they will start bleeding morale every 30 real-life seconds. And I try my best to fight back over here. I'm trying to get my general into the battle, because when your general is in the battle, it makes your swordsmen fight faster, but they're being blocked by these archers. And now this is a very dangerous situation, because you got spear wall spearmen trying to fight. I'm too little too late. There's hardly any... There is only one swordsman that can fight faster. He's not even in the... Not even fighting. Kept Richard the Hastings alive for a long time. Now you got... This is a very, very, very strong point for a spear wall to happen, and he's got LDP in this area, just slaughtering everything. You've got spear wall mode here from Dominik, though. He's gonna battle for to defend this area. Now you've got Tactical Del TMP. This is probably the reason why we're winning at this point and we're surviving, is because TMP is making these attacks, and he's trying to take the supply depot down, which is a good thing because we'll gain 10 morale back. There's not enough siege equipment from the attackers at this point. TMP, you were gonna say something.
This attack didn't work.
But it distracted the north.
That's true. We were able to take some locations back.
We got archers here. A fierce firefight between Dominik and LDP over here. LDP really trying to push his way into the Church of Holy Sepulchre. Very dangerous point. He's even got his general. Does his general die here? I wonder. He could die, which would give us another 5% morale if he goes down. Now I'm trying to fight my way into the Sepulchre to try to defend it. The general is taking a lot of damage. He's gonna go down, it looks like. That's 5% morale gain from LDP losing his men. His general over there. Beefcake's attack has fizzled out. It looks like if you look at the food, Barry has barely any food left, and LDP, same situation. Only Beefcake has food. But if you look at the population situation, Beefcake is at 60. It's only LDP who has a large army. So this is where the importance of saving your units for big attacks is a good strategy. Sometimes, Dominik, you can explain it, right?
About what?
Well, saving
Like
your
having
men.
man.
Sending
Oh, yeah.
your men in big attacks instead of piecemeal.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually works if the whole team is like cooperating to do it, to save just man before like striking with full like 250 population, just army.
You can see LD.
I mean, yeah, it works just way better, man. Just sending waves after waves.
Yeah, because now that the attack has fizzled out, you can see that Beefcake's population and Barry's population are very low. It's only LDP who's maintained his units. And they're still fighting, which means he's stuck at about 60... Oh, now he's at 40 units. So this attack had been blocked, which means we can now focus on this side where LDP is. So this is very, very good for the defenders. And now they're very close in morale, because we took Tankard's Tower back. And LDP is trying his best to take our morale down by using his archers, probably with attack ground. Let's take a look from his point of view. This is what LDP sees. He's having an archer battle. And now, the eastern point hardly has an army at all. It's only about 80 men on this side, which can be just slaughtered by like elite gold units like Templar Knights. And LDP is trying to regain his units. He's trying his best to get a good KD. Now some people might think archers are useless, but these are the real killers, especially against spearmen. Because they have such long range at 25 range. Now here's a big battle coming up. And LDP is going spear wall mode. And here I come as well, but it's fighting in a kind of a cramped space. See, not a lot of units are actually fighting. This is a big battle over here, and now it looks like I think I lost a merchant spy over there. But I'm actually losing this battle because of the spear wall is very strong with that one range. Mixed in with Varangos to soak up damage. It's a very lethal combination. LDP is using defeat in detail. He's defeating one army before defeating another. If we sandwich this group, we probably would have taken all these guys out. I probably should have been more patient.
I actually tried to move my men around, but just a pathfinding was so bad they just attacked.
You tried to
on
go
the
over
side.
here?
Yeah, I tried. It just didn't work. Like the pathfinding was bad.
Now LDP wins handily. And now here's Dominik having such trouble. Because his men are in shield wall and spear wall, and he doesn't know why they're still moving very slowly. It's because his Norman Knights are still in shield wall formation. If he just double clicks, there you go. But now the spearmen are probably in spear wall. You see? What you need to do, this is for the viewers,
yeah.
this is for the viewers. Take the swordsman out, and then take the Norman Knights out, and then take the spearmen out. There it is, that's what he did. Finally out. But he lost a few men in that process. But Beefcake, Barry hardly has any men at all. Is it because his supply depot is up? There it is. His supply depot is up. Let's take a look at his food. Starting to rise, finally. But Beefcake is looking to find an opening. He's got a big, massive militia. Although he does turn around because he sees a few men. I'm not sure why. Oh, Barry has a... Barry had a merchant spy. Did you do that?
Maybe.
I think Dominik did.
Like I had archers.
Alright, so Beefcake decides not to do it. And now it is nighttime, 9 p.m. And you can see that everybody can't really see each other. And the fight has slowed down. The defenders are at 49%, attackers at 80% morale. There's only 13 minutes left. I never explained this during this video, but the attackers have 45 minutes to try to bring the defenders back down to 0%. The defenders can technically bring attackers to 0%, but that's harder to do. Now Beefcake must have right-clicked because his men are not actually moved. They're not actually fighting. And once again, it looks like they are in no attack stance. Now, I think Beefcake is the only person with this happens to. So this might actually be a player problem.
Yeah, it happened like twice.
I think Beefcake has a problem with no attack stance. Maybe he's using the hotkeys wrong or something?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, this is a waste of units, unfortunately. But you've got Barry, still low on food, still sending men. If we look, Barry has a good amount of gold, and Beefcake as well. Now, you want to be using your gold, because as you saw, gold units just fight better. And they can take out these food-only units like Spearmen and Militia and Swordsmen much easier. And they are just worth their weight in gold, basically. So now, LDP has fought my men over here. I had a group here that just got slaughtered because it was Varangos. And I've got my my general running around. You can see it from here. The general is one of the units that can see well at night, which is why you want to use him. And keep him alive for as long as possible. Because not only is he a reskinned elite centurion, which means that your swordsman will fight faster, will have a faster attack speed, but you can see at night, so it's very helpful. And on top of that, if you lose your general, you will lose 5% morale. But we finally got Barry with a decent-sized army. Let's see how big it is. 79. Both players are at 79. What they need to do, as explained by Dominik earlier, is try to get... You have a 250 pop available. So if you save your units up to 250 pop instead of grinding, you can have a massive attack with siege towers and battering rams and just overwhelm the defenders, because it's harder for defenders to replenish. Because defenders are isolated to only about 12 barracks, 6 on this side and 6 on this side as well. But here comes Barry with an attempt at the Temple Mount. He's got some battering rams inside. Also, your battering rams perform better. They move faster and they attack. They have a higher attack if you put men inside them. So always put men inside your battering rams. But we got a battle here. You've got Beefcake shooting his own men from attack ground, his allies. You have to be aware that in this game, any arrow, the arrows that hit something, they will affect that thing. By the way, I've got a merchant here, and then you've got TMP trying to take the supply depot down.
Sneaky beaky.
Sneaky beaky, but LDP is gunning for the Church of the Holy Sepulchre once again. He's got a spear wall ball, which is so hard. The only way to really effectively deal with this is archers. Archers is pretty much the best way to deal with a spear wall, because they are very slow. But Dominik is trying to deal with the enemy archers himself, so it's kind of like a hard thing to deal with. But I do have a whole bunch of knights here. So if you look at over here, I've got 15 knights. You can see the supply depot is almost going down thanks to TMP. You have to do things like this if you're gonna be a defender. You have... Oh, here comes LDP fighting in the small confined space right over here. This is the perfect spear wall location. And I do need to pull my men back. So even knights have a hard time dealing with spear walls in this location. But this is supply depot. It's almost one more volley and it's going down, and then you can see 46% morale. There it is. So the attackers lose 10% morale and the defenders gain. We probably should have made monks, right?
Yeah.
That would have helped a lot this whole time. You can see the LDP is building towards that 250 max pop. But it's very hard. It's easier said than done. And now Barry has sent some of his rams up, and now he lost them. Rams are very expensive on wood and gold. And let's look at the resources. Finally, they're using up their gold, but what are they using it on? I don't even see. I don't know. And now this is my second attempt at beating LDP in a field battle. And I thought, well, since I have knights, maybe I could win this engagement. But here goes my general, he goes down. That's how he went. I didn't know that. And I lost 5% morale for my team. That's unfortunate. And once again, we're very low on morale. With only 7 minutes left in the game to try to survive. It's about a third of the morale left. And here comes Beefcake killing a bunch of archers. TMP, are you here in the chat?
Yes, I'm here.
What was your thought process at this point?
I cannot send more troops here, so I just spread them and doing some annoying stuff.
Oh, you're trying to take this down. And here I am. Gunning for
It took
this.
longer than I saw.
And I go into assassination mode.
Juicy.
Hashashin Fidai trying to take down the general. But he's able to escape. So it's not like an instant kill. As you can see, his attack is 1.5 attack speed. But it's not a guaranteed kill. That's not a guaranteed assassination attempt. Because he can get about 2 40 damage hits in, and then after that he goes into 7 attack. I personally think it's balanced. What do you think?
Merchant? Yeah. I feel like Merchant is balanced. I mean, you probably can easily see it.
Yeah, he's not even that good at killing like supply depots. And now I see some juicy targets though with my merchant spy. But now there's a 3-minute cooldown between every assassination attempt. You can't just assassinate and assassinate and assassinate. So I need to wait another amount of time before I can try again. And that's how it's if it's balanced. Because if this guy could just assassinate again and again, it wouldn't be fair. I do believe Beefcake notices my merchant spy. Oh, here's a big wave of units. Beefcake with his elite cavalry running around. But he lost a bunch for no reason. There's only 5 minutes left in the game, and somehow Barry's general, John Cantacuzenius, is stuck in the Temple Mount all alone. And this will give the defenders a further 5% morale if he goes down. Let's see if he does. He's trying to run away. And he goes down. And the defenders finally get even more morale. 35%. Sorely needed. Now imagine if this merchant could just go attack again and again and again. This general would probably die. And I'm trying to move back my men into the defending Tank's tower. But Beefcake is trying to fight back. I probably could have fought back, actually. I'm just trying to get them in here before fighting. And here it is, spear wall mode. And watch all of these cavalry go down very quickly. This is why you don't attack into a spear wall with cavalry. It's very difficult to win. There's only 3 minutes left in the game, but the defenders are not out of the woods yet. That's plenty of time, especially with this low morale, to try to just at least bring the defenders down. And here, I made an assassination attempt at the general. Unfortunately, I hit him and he ran into the palisade gate, protecting himself. Now the way it works is kind of like chasing deer, actually. It's like hunting deer. But yeah, you've got the security detail of Beefcake purposely trying
Coming
to.
for other people.
What was that, TMP?
I'm striking Green's supply depot at then.
And now Beefcake makes some horse archers to try to fight back. But this supply depot is getting close to going down. Sergeants are good against levy units, but not against Varangos. This guy's gonna go down quickly. So as you can see, it's 2 minutes left in the game, but the defenders are down to 16%. If the attackers just kill, it is possible for the attackers to win, even in 2 minutes. Because if they kill more defenders than the attackers lose, then they can bring down the defender morale. But you've got TMP here trying his best to gain some morale. And it could be working. And he takes down one Skytopos archer. You got a little archer duel over here. Now I've got my own units here trying to keep them outside. Unfortunately, these archers are still over here trying to shoot down this choke point. Which is how you deal with this choke point, is archers. But there's only 88 ticks left. And the defenders did take down the supply depot. TMP did a good job. He gained some morale. And so he brought us up to 17. You can see, though, that we are still losing morale at this point. There's 63 ticks left. Could you imagine if we didn't take that supply depot out? We would be at 3. TMP, we would have been at 3% morale, or 2% morale if we didn't take that down. You see that?
That's true. That's true. That's very close.
That is a very close game. If TMP wasn't able to take that supply depot down, we would be at 2% morale at this point. And from that point, it is possible for these archers to kill enough units to bring this down to 1% and 0 eventually. So that was clutch. Actually, we would have lost. You see this?
That is very,
We would have lost if we did not take that supply depot down. And by we, I mean TMP, the MVP of this game. He took down so many supply depots. Dominik, do you have any thoughts?
Like, this was just so close. Really close game.
This might have been the closest
yeah.
game in the new era. Like, really.
Yeah, this is actually.
You could see by 1%. Actually, by 2%, because we needed 1%. So by 2%, if TMP did not take that supply depot down, we would have lost.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because the
Yeah.
LDP was too good of a player at killing units, and that was really what was
Yeah.
bringing morale down. You can see it from here.
His archers.
So,
He's so good.
anybody who thinks archers are not a good unit, just look at this kill death ratio from the LDP. This is the basically archers and spearmen and varangos. A lethal combination. Dominik and I had
Yeah,
relatively
all of-
close,
Yeah. Mine
relatively
was
close
closer.
kill death ratios. Yeah, yours was very close, almost even. Mine was like about 100 off, almost.
I didn't
TMP
sacrifice too much.
also relatively close. Actually, all of these players did pretty well. Actually, you see this?
Yeah. Yeah. Barry did good for his like first time as attacker.
That was the close match. Oh my God! Any thoughts, TMP?
If only I didn't let the open door open that much, we were able to secure that gate.
Over here?
Yeah.
Oh, a part that was missed was I did have a merchant spy turn into a Shashin, and I killed 3 trebuchets over here.
That's good.
So
That's
it
insane.
is useful for the Britons to be a Shashin. I also killed a Mangonel as a Shashin. Very useful
That
unit.
would be very
You
interesting.
Cannot
units.
ignore it. Although I think I need a balance change because Britons should be the archer civ, and
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not doing well with my archers.
Because they don't have basic archers, I guess.
Yeah, they only have crossbowmen.
I don't think that's right.
They have
You
archers
should be
in
able to have, like-
in the main tent, but that is produced so slow.
Yeah, you can build Welsh bowmen. The reasoning was Welsh bowmen can remove 1 armor. So what I need to do, probably, is just give Britons a separate archer unit, so that they can have normal archers.
Yeah, I feel this like the same thing, and maybe even the normal archers should be like a better, but I'm not sure because they're like archer.
They're
civ,
British.
You know?
They're English. They're Welsh. Alright, any last thoughts, Dominik? This was a close match.
Yeah, this was insanely close. Like I have just nothing more to say at this point.
It was interesting how, like, we attacked LDP, we took a supply depot down, we caused food damage, and destroyed some barracks, but in the end we lost too much morale trying to do that.
I mean, talk about this, just the attack of his camp. I felt that if we attacked for longer, he had like no food, so we could have just taken out these gates and like destroy his camp. We just like need more men, like 1 more 100.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Except his allies did a good job trying to distract us over here.
Yeah.
Oh, stray shots got this burning. That's cool. And stray shots got this burning.
Yeah.
I like that. Alright, well,
Glad they didn't break this.
go ahead, go ahead.
They didn't break the golden gate. That's a good news.
They actually captured this whole outer wall. All the
Welcome
way
back, Barry.
Yo, I wanna try this
Barry,
shit again. Let's go.
we just talked about this game. If you look at the screen,
Yeah.
Some of our thoughts are not to grind your men, not to throw your men away, and to save them up,
Okay.
save them up for big attacks,
Yeah. Like,
and make more gold
What is
units.
yeah, yeah. What is
No,
your,
I ran
what
out
are
of
your
gold.
thoughts? Oh,
Oh, I never had gold or food.
No, but you did have good amount of trebuchets, which were doing a good job. You know, you can use attack ground on the trebuchets too. Also, your trebuchets can switch to fire shots, which do more damage against gates.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What are the use of mangonels?
Mangonels are also good against units. Better, well, not really units, but like they're good. They're okay against units. They're okay against walls. They're okay against towers. They are not good against gates. They are really bad against gates.
Towers. Why is there a morale like next to it in brackets? Like if I use my ram to kill the towers instead of like throw them away, would that have helped the morale?
If you kill a tower, that takes 2 morale away. But rams are not good against towers or walls. Rams are good against low walls, these walls, and rams are good against gates. But
okay.
Rams are bad against everything else. But they're very important, obviously. And siege towers are really good in this game. Mangonels are good against everything. Well, they're okay against everything except for gates. Trebuchets are good against everything, but they
I
fire
struggled
slowly.
forever to get my fucking siege towers to move.
Oh, you need to put men inside them.
Yeah, that I discovered like way too late.
Oh. Okay.
It was your second time, but you played really well, even for like
Did you know that
this level.
Barry? Did you know that you won? Basically, if you didn't lose your supply depot here, you would have won, because look at this morale. It's 9%, and supply depot is 10% morale damage. So if we didn't have an extra 10%, we would have lost.
Wait, but what's the supply depot? What's that? Basically the town center thingy.
This thing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's the most important building of the attackers.
Yeah, that's why it's most of the time it's like protected like this.
You see, it's walled.
There's a hole here.
Then why the fuck did I wall my stables and things?
Oh, I don't know. That's a long time ago.
I just saw him do it, and then I did it as well.
Well, Beefcake is from an era when, a long time ago, it used to lose morale for losing these buildings also. Now they don't mean anything. It's fine. They just build your elite units and gold units.
Oh, okay.
But really, it's just about this. This is the most important one. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.